the iHeartRadio beautiful white couches. It's Kennedy with Blind Pilot from my neck of the woods, from Oregon. So you guys met at U of O?
Yeah, that's where we
both
first
playing
met.
Football.
Yeah. Right, we were on the team.
Yeah,
and
great.
Yep.
Well done. Chip Kelly says wonderful things about you. And then you
Nice.
reconnected in Portland. And then I understand you guys were busking in Europe. Now, this is funny because busking is a term no one used until like 2 years ago. So explain what that is.
Well, I think people use that term more in Europe, and since
Yeah.
we were in Europe, we use that term. So, but it's just playing music on the street, which
Yeah.
is kind of illegal here, but it's a little bit more respected other places.
It
So,
really is, but
yeah.
in Europe it's a thing. And
Yeah,
young people go to the streets and
Yeah,
cities like Vienna and Barcelona and
yeah, and we were living in this town in Cornwall, England, and we were not expecting it to be that way. So he didn't have his drum set or anything, but he put together a kit on the fly.
well, with
so
buckets, trash cans.
Yeah, buckets, trash cans.
Hygiene
I
bags.
think a sketch pad, and like cheese grater and some glass bottles.
So from that European suffering, Blind Pilot was born, which is pretty awesome.
Yes, and that's sort of, I don't know, that's kind of what we wanted to get back to when we actually started. We weren't Blind Pilot then, but when we started Blind Pilot, we sort of wanted to have a little bit of that energy.
Get back to that feeling.
A little bit, yeah.
The creativity, the suffering.
Yeah, just with less covers, because we had to play covers because no one wanted to hear original stuff on the streets of England.
No, they want to hear Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
So, interesting story about your dad, because I know your dad is part of an artist colony in Portland, which a lot of people don't know this. Portland is a great city for the arts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so forever been Seattle's younger, less attractive sister, and we know that's not true.
It's not true.
So, how has your dad's art influenced your music?
Oh,
growing up around that.
Big time, yeah. I'd say he's my biggest mentor as far as like songwriting and just creating art or any kind of artwork.
Does he encourage you, or does he know the road of an artist is lonely?
It was interesting when I decided I wanted to be a musician.
Lonely and broken,
Yes.
is that what you
Yes, absolutely. I know from Van Gogh. He whacked off the ear. I shouldn't say that because that sounds really... Cut it off. Lopped it off. Okay.
No, it was good for me because I could tell he was kind of like, all right, are you sure you want to be a musician? But he couldn't really say anything because he chose that too. So
Yeah. But now here you are playing Lollapalooza in Chicago.
yeah.
Is your dad here watching?
He's not here, but he's pretty supportive. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so cool. And who does the woodworking?
Oh, that's Luke, our bass player.
Okay.
Yeah.
The stand-up bass player.
Yeah.
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 That's awesome. I mean, you guys are so do-it-yourself, which that's one of the things I love about this time in music is you really can. And you've gone a very interesting route, getting attention, playing shows, biking long distances together. I mean, does that bring you together or does it drive you crazy? And tell me about some of the longer rides that you guys have done.
I'm sure,
And how the heck do you travel with a drum kit on a
well,
bike?
yeah, so right now we travel by a bus.
Well, it's fancy.
Yeah,
Sure, yeah.
which is nice, not without its drawbacks. But our first couple of tours were by bike, and we went kind of from
Like Bellingham to...
down to San Diego,
Yes.
so the whole West Coast. And yeah, I had sort of like a drum set that was sort of like Russian nestling dolls that fit
nesting
inside.
dolls, yeah.
Yeah, and and then I carried that in a trailer, and Luke, our fearless handyman and woodworker, he built
A coffin, essentially, for his base.
Yes, which was great, and that made people, I think, give us extra space on the highways and things like that.
People see a tiny coffin and they're like, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, we were like a procession.
Gypsies. Don't know what's going on here, but not going to judge.
Yeah. So it was great, and when we first did it, we just wanted to tour, and it's really hard to book a tour as a band if people don't know who you are, and so that's, we just wanted to play a show every day. So
yeah. So you played every day when you were biking down the West Coast?
Just about, yeah. If we didn't have a show booked, we would just roll into a town or busk, yeah, or just if we were camping, then we would tell the other campers, like, campsite 23.
We're doing this.
Gonna make a fire and play some music if you
Oh,
want to
that's
come.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Now, let me ask you, what is the most hospitable city to busk in on the West Coast? Slow?
Yeah, San Luis Obispo. Yeah.
Cool. So they encourage that?
That was the most hospitable treatment we ever had on our trip. So.
Well, that's awesome. I hope you guys just crush it here and represent for the Great Northwest.
Thanks.
And who are you going to go see? Who are you excited to see while you're in town?
We actually are just like, we have really.
Don't blame it on Luke.
Yeah, it's Luke's fault. He has too much woodworking to do, and he needs help. So
work with his hands.
no, we just
can't see music.
we have a show later, like this evening. So we're just like here, whirlwind, then we go.
Oh, you're
so,
leaving. You don't even get to hang out at the festival.
Nah, yeah, unfortunately.
All right.
This is it. You're our festival experience.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I should sing for you.
Yeah. Will you?
I hear the train a-coming, it's rolling down the bend. Busky, busky, busk. All right, well, congratulations, thank you.
Yeah.
And we have to give a shout out to Anthony McNeighbor at Expunged Records, who
Absolutely.
recognized your genius.
Yes.
I was his committee chair in youth legislature in high school, and now this is the product. Congratulations. Blind Pilot, check him out. iHeartRadio. I love you.